This joint is cloudy, but we're live. Shout out to anybody um, watching us live. This is the Friday Live Show brought to you by the Hood as we come every Friday to kick it with our folks and just see what's going on. My name is Jimmy. I got my partner in crime, Corey, with me. Corey, what's up, good brother?
Chilling, man. Everything is good, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man, anybody watching this on the replay later, shout out to you. Still leave us some feedback in the comments. If you are watching live, let us know who is here. Um, we got some of our folks coming in. Keep it moving. What's good? Yo, and for those that are just pulling up, do me a favor and please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. That definitely helps us fight the algos. We in an uphill battle against the algos. But like we do every Friday, we're gonna have a couple conversations and we're gonna do our giveaway as always. Ashley is in the building. My favorite ratchet partner is in the building. What's up, Ash? So let us know who's here. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody on Facebook as well as YouTube because we are streaming live in both places. Michael's in the building. Mike, how are you? We appreciate you. But cool, what's up, bro? How are you?
Man, if I'm above ground, I'm good, man. I can't even complain about anything. I want to complain, but complain, what's that going to help? Unless,
Yes, you are indeed classy. I'm the ratchet one in that one. You classy, I'm ratchet, but shout out to Ashley nonetheless. Listen, man, our good brother Don is here, man. I want to give Don his flowers. I'm gonna give Don his flowers, man. Don was on a live stream this past Wednesday. I watched the whole live stream. He was on with Kamari, and some other gentleman who was driving me absolutely insane. I was going berserk in the comments, but Don was holding it down. I cannot. I'm telling you, I get triggered when people talk about those whole bootstrap arguments. These guys work harder and it was driving me nuts. But Don was holding it down, man. So shout out to my brother Don, man. Don, you gotta make sure you show your face more, man. Come on more pods, more live streams, jump on with us, you know what I'm saying? And because Don was kicking facts and doing what he's supposed to. I told Kamari too, I was like, man, Don killed it, man. So shout out to Don, man. Don really shows his face, but he popped out, and it was a great performance, Don. So
Don used to be kicking it with us when we used to have our Tuesday live streams to Facebook. So you know what I mean. Yeah. We used to Don coming kicking the straight facts.
Yeah, man. That's right. Yin and yang. You already know. Listen, number of folks here. All y'all not hitting the like button though, man. Y'all really ain't showing us no love. So show us some love, man. We're gonna talk about retirement today. We got an article discussing retirement, so I want to talk about that. Have a nice quick show and see what's up with everybody. How's everybody doing out there? First and foremost, how's everybody feeling?
Yeah, how's everybody's health?
GC is in the building. Young GC is in the building. What's up, beloved? How are you? You know what I'm saying? Every day above ground is a good day, as Corey always says, man. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm excited just to make it, you know what I mean? Around the earth another time, man. Rochelle is in the building. How are you, sis?
Here.
Appreciate that. Got to get it until death. Yes, sir.
What's on the birthday agenda, man?
Listen, man, I'm just shutting down and chilling, man, because I got so much going on, bro, that I just need a break. Straight up. I literally just need a break. This week was dope. Made some money trading. Had a closing this week on the real estate side. You know what I mean? Handle business. Like, anybody tell you that real estate is passive is a damn liar. Let me just put that out there real fast. Handle some stuff on my personal portfolio side. But I be laughing at folks that talk about, passive income in real estate. Real estate is definitely not passive, yo. Anybody tells you that is a liar, yo. Jovan, definitely appreciate that. Appreciate the love. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Listen, this is what you call wisdom, beloved. I listen. You ain't never gonna see me die or nothing like that, man. In fact, I can't wait till my joint go full Katina Mobley.
Yeah, man. My joint is graying slowly, man.
I want to go full Katina Mobley on it, man. You know what I'm saying?
But old head, you want to go? What's the old head that was on the versus joint? The So Contagious old head.
Yeah. Shout out, be your
Ronald Osley.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to go full Ronald Osley.
Remember to be your own bank, our Bitcoin folks out there. I'm trying to go full gray on everybody, man. Appreciate that, Don. Appreciate that.
Full Ronald Osley out here.
Hey, listen, I saw the pictures, man. You was out here killing it, like, you know what I mean? Like, I saw that. I was supposed to travel for my birthday, but I'm chilling because I'm in the process of moving. So, like, moving is stressful, yo. Moving is stressful.
One of the crazy things. Yo, I'll be doing that at the end of the summer, bro.
Dog,
But I got
packing,
my move is gonna be way further than yours. But
packing and moving is a
I'm
good
glad that
month.
finally came through though.
Yeah. So everything's supposed to be cool. We supposed to moving in July, but I gotta start I ain't starting nothing yet, bro. We about to be in June. I ain't starting. I ain't did nothing, yo.
I'm
James was
moving,
good.
I'm moving at the end
Actually,
of
always
July
appreciate
myself,
that.
man. Early August, first week of August, probably. You know what I mean? I'll be permanently
GC said, "How old am I turning?" Man, listen, man.
old enough
Old,
to be doing this show,
old, yeah,
GC.
old, just old.
I've been out of high school longer than you've been alive, though. And Jim was my classmate.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
all you need to know.
Yep. Me and Corey definitely was in high school. Appreciate that, Rochelle. Yeah, moving is though. You never realize how much BS you have, yo. But I promised myself this. Listen, I don't know about packing, but I am going to hire people to help me move it. I'm just going to pack it. Yo, y'all come get it and take it to the new spot. But I'm not accumulating enough, like no more junk, man. I'm going full minimalism in the next spot, man. I'm be
You
like
full
one
of
of them Joe.
malarkey, bro.
I'm be like one of them folk. I'm
You
be
a
like one
techie.
of them.
You cannot do it.
I'm going.
I don't believe you. You need
Listen,
more
I'm going
people.
like one of them boys on YouTube when they the whole room be white and there be nothing in there. I'm going that way, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
don't believe you.
going
You
that.
need more people.
Sound what's good? What's good? All right, so a lot of folks pulled up now, man. So let's get into the topic of discussion, man. I want to set the table by saying this. Everybody watching, do you guys think that one day you'll retire? Right? And the reason I asked the question that way is because I was having a conversation with someone earlier this week, and they were like, "Yo, I'm never retiring." And they were like, "I don't think most people even think about retirement in a traditional sense that our parents thought about retiring. You work, you retire." And I was like, "Really? I thought
Raise
everybody thinks about
grandkids
retirement."
and chill out.
Let me ask you this, Core, before I even show the article. What are your thoughts about retirement? Will you retire one day?
Man, I'm trying to retire tomorrow, man. I don't know what the people be talking about. They talk about. And listen, man, you know, if my poor life choices didn't get grab a hold of me, I'd be retired right now, man. Because I've made enough money in my life to retire. I made enough money in my life multiple times to retire. And because I've made poor choices, I'm still,
Listen,
grinding
man,
it out.
you got a gambler spirit, man. If I if
Yo,
I if,
I got a
if,
hustler spirit.
You got a gambler spirit too, bro. If you came up 2 million today, right now, you probably put that whole 2 million on the line for something else tomorrow.
I would. I
See,
can't lie.
you the YOLO guy, right?
I can't lie, man.
So
You
for
gotta
everybody
go
watching
through
though, let
stuff,
me know.
man.
Put it in the comments. What do you guys think about retirement? Like, are you someone that thinks that you'll work for the rest of your life? Do you think about retirement? And if you want to retire, at what age? You don't have to give me exact age, but around what age would you think that you want to retire? I see
No,
somebody already said
I
their
mean,
30s, right?
I'm gonna
Trying to
keep
retire in my
it a
30s.
towel while though. I could do without working for a minute, but retirement, I can't fully retire. Like my retirement, because I worked for myself for the last 13 years until last year,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have the traditional retirement. So I
So
gotta
keep this right. Keep it. Says I'm trying to retire in my 30s, but I'm gonna always work though, and I've seen a lot of people say that as well. Like, gonna have to work at some kind of capacity. Don says I absolutely will, but I've been planning for decades. The average person will never have that option, right? And that's kind of what this article is hitting to, and I'm gonna bring the article up. Can men actually retire? You brought it down to men, right? I feel like most of the men I know that are retired are still doing something. Men can't just relax. Well, maybe I'm in touch with my sassy side because I ain't most men. Like relaxing is what they say. What they
you
say?
so
Claire?
sassy, bro.
What they say? Soft side. Soft life. I'm about that.
Yo, I don't know
I don't
about
know,
that,
bro.
man. I
No,
ain't sassy,
so
but I can sit
GC
my
says
ass still.
no retirement. GC said no retirement, right? So I like these answers, right? I will never permanently retire. Only choose to take breaks when I please. Positive cash flow is eternal. The only goal is to get out of the working class, right? Another good answer. Actually laughing at me. I'm just keeping it real, man. I don't want to fully retire. I like making money moves. And some people just enjoy
Hey,
what it is
listen,
they're doing.
and I'm not mad at the people who can do that, but I tell you like this: once I'm going, you'll never see me again. I'm like Kaiser Sose, man. Like when I'm gone, you will never see me again. Like I'm gonna tell you like this: the only reason that y'all ever see me is because my partner told me that I need to be out here, you know what I mean, showing my face and making sure that we good out here in these streets. Because to be honest, I don't even play on the internet, man.
Yeah.
Like I would never be doing this. Like this is something. You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm laughing at you too. But listen though, here's the thing, right? So one of my real estate clients is a judge, right? And he owned a bunch of real estate. I helped him buy some, sell some. So he's one of my clients, but he's getting up there in age. He's probably close to 80 at this point. But he took a chance on me when I was a young boy in the game, but we've been working together for years. Make a long story short, he won't retire, right? So it's to the point where like even the system has put him in like a joint now where he don't even like deal with like big cases anymore because he's getting up there. He deals with like probation violations and things like that. But so he may take a couple cases a week. They kind of like are trying to force him to retire, but they really can't. So they just like change the what they put him in front of. But I was talking to him like, dude, you got more money than like, you know what I'm saying? Like
God knows what to do.
Yeah, you don't
He's
even
happy
need
for
this.
doing what he do though.
He told me he kept it a beam with me. He was like, yo, I'm afraid that if I do retire, that's gonna be my way out of here. Like he feels like that's what keeps him alive.
Yeah,
having that purpose.
He has a routine. He has the consistency.
Yeah, so
he don't want to let it go. I'm with that.
So like I was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like he's like, look, I feel like if I did do that, then it's like, I see you in the next lifetime. I was like, okay, I get you. So I thought about that too, but it's interesting to see the various answers here because everybody has a different perspective about, and I think GC said it too. It depends upon what retirement is. And I think GC, that's an excellent answer because everybody has a different perspective. I was talking to our brother, shout out to the finance rebel Kamari. I was talking to him about, so we're preparing to go to FinCon this year. And I was telling him, I was like, yo, looking at the whole, I know Don got the group with the fire community. And shout out to Don's group, though, because I'll be definitely in there lurking. But there's the whole idea of CoastFi. Once I discovered that was a thing and started reading more about that, I was like, I'm damn near doing that right now. Right? So CoastFi is, you're not in a rush to financially independent retire early, but you're coasting. You've put enough up and you've done enough where you can just coast and do what you want to do, where you want to do. Ashley said, where is FinCon this year? It's in Nolans.
I might. What weekend is that? So I can drive down there.
I don't think it's till October or something. Like it's later.
I'm gonna come holler at y'all. I'm only 4 hours.
I gotta look it up. I know it's later in the year, but
four and a half hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'm 4.5 hours. So I'm gonna come holler at y'all.
Yeah, it's in Nolans. So let me get some of these comments. Here, Mr. Sassy got me weak. All right. I'm gonna retire. I have a rocking chair in my front porch and be a pervy old man calling all the young females, "Oh, you trouble." I heard that, right?
I'm gonna mind my business.
GC's point, it depends upon what retirement is, right? That might, listen, me and Corey, we've had conversations off air about,
what retirement looks like.
Yeah. So, Don says, I think retirement is a different meaning than what it was in the past. Agreed. Retirement is no longer sitting on the couch watching old Martin episodes. Shout out to old Martin episodes, though, because I definitely do be doing that. Retirement is just about having passive income net worth where working is optional. So that's why I said CoastFi to me is where it's at, where you're coasting along and you get to do what you want to do. Are you guys giving away tickets to FinCon in lieu of Bitcoin today? We're actually not, but that's not a bad idea in the future show. So, do something a little different.
That's something to put on our radar.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, actually. So, but today we actually are prepared to do Bitcoin as always, because that's what we do on our Fridays. But let me share this article with you guys real fast. Thank you for all the answers. GC said I need $1 billion, right? Do you know? I understand if having a goal, having a number to shoot at.
A lot of money, bro.
Do you really need $1 billion, though? Do you think you need $1 billion to hit whatever goals that you have, GC? I don't know what. I
want you to shoot at that. But if you don't get it,
don't. Hey, GC, I want you to get 10 billion. But I want you to really think about, do you actually need $1 billion?
You want it? Do you need it?
Yeah. All right. So let me pull this article up real fast, right? And this is on Market Watch, and it says American workers' expectations for a comfortable retirement hit its lowest levels in 11 years, and this is based on a Gallup poll. So a Gallup survey was done, and it said just 43% of non-retired Americans think they will live comfortably in retirement. This is the most pessimistic rate since 2012. The sentiment dropped 10 percentage points since 2021, including 5 points in the past year. So this comes as 77% of retirees, unchanged from last year, say they currently have enough money to live comfortably. So less than 80% of people even think they have enough to live comfortably that are already retired. So Fidelity Investment said we're optimistic for the future of retirement, future retirement security based on the strength of its first quarter analysis. But non-retirees are basically saying they don't think that they'll be able to, right? So among 8 financial matters, Americans worry most about having enough money for retirement. More than 70% of non-retired adults are at least moderately worried about being able to fund their retirement. This includes 42% who say they're very worried. Lower income non-retirees are especially uneasy about their retirement prospects, with a record low 19% saying they expect to live comfortably and a record high 88% expressing worry about having enough money. Those who are not worried about retirement, men as well as those younger than 30, with higher incomes and college graduates more likely than their counterparts to predict they will have enough money to live comfortably. So first they're saying men like, look, I'm fine. But we all know that a lot of times us men are just like, ego driven. We ain't going to say it even if we believe it. Only 36% of women say they believe they will retire comfortably, compared with 50% of men. Women face several headwinds to their retirement since they tend to live longer than men, earn less than men during their careers, are usually the ones taking time out of their careers for family caretaking and end up retiring earlier, often not by choice. So it's a lot here, right? And let me get into non-retirees expect they will rely heavily on retirement savings account, including 401ks or IRAs. This trend has persisted since 2001 when Gallup first tracked this measure. Currently, nearly half of non-retirees, about 48%, think that a 401k, IRA, or similar type of retirement savings account will be a major retirement income, right? And that's ranked the highest of the 10 potential sources. So a lot of this is also based upon people's feelings surrounding Social Security and whether Social Security will be there. And I know that a lot of people, here's the thing about Social Security, right? I see the numbers. I see the same numbers everybody else sees. But I've been hearing that Social Security is not going to be here literally my entire life. It's still here right now, but it's only so long fake thugs can pretend to be like often say core.
They fighting the debt ceiling today.
Yeah,
the United States defaulting on this debt by the 5th of June.
but that's kind of smoke and mirrors too. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you study politics and the economy, every time that's up, it's the same argument, same fight, same everything.
But my thing is, it's not going away. That my point is, it's not going away.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And so, at a certain point, programs are going to start getting cut because to get to that fiscally sound number, things got to go.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things that's not going is inflation. So
I want to share one more thing, but I just want to put up some more comments. GC said, "Yeah, I need that." Talking about that Billy.
Listen, a Billy is what it is.
You can retire by owning fully paid 3 houses.
You can retire with one fully paid house.
Yeah, but I like this point right here, right? Because a lot of times on our day-to-day, like I talk to clients about this all the time, where they always show me these IG posts about everybody saying, I want 100 doors, I want 1,000 doors, I want 500 doors. And I'll be like, yo, let's just do the math. Let's just do the math, which is why I keep it moving. Thank you for sharing that, because what you're saying is kind of true.
Extra 1,000, 1,500 a month.
I don't really know what the median or average rent is across the country. Right?
No, what I'm saying is, I'm talking about
but it's probably closer to
2,000
though. It's probably closer to 2,000. So if you're saying that you got 3 paid off houses, right? Let's just estimate, 2,000. What's that? 6,000 a month.
Yeah,
2,000 a year. That's more than the average income across the country. Just have 3 paid off houses.
That and even tax is still more than the average.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you'll still have your real estate taxes. You have your expenses on those properties, right? But you still, if they're paid off, remember your biggest expense is the mortgage.
You still going to bring in a nice sizable chunk.
So that's why I tell people to break things down, right? Break things down. It's not that if you want to get 100 doors, that's cool too. But understand, if you got 3 or 4 and you can pay these bad boys off, I mean, that changes someone's life.
Bad boy this and bad boy that.
That changes someone's life. So, fun fact, 10 mil or more is a decamillionaire. Same applies to a billion, absolutely. I've been having a lot of conversation with older folks at my job that have at least 30 years in, and most of them are financially unstable and can't retire comfortably. That's scary. The funny thing is, when I first got in the game in terms of like working as an adult, I would sit down with the old heads all the time. And one thing I'll shout out to all the old heads who like, help me. Because they would tell me this kind of stuff as a young boy and be like, yo, don't be like me.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get old heads that be trying to like take you down the same path they went down just so you can be terrible with them because misery loves company. But every once in a while you get a thorough old head that'll be like, yo, I made this mistake.
don't
I
be
made
me.
this
Be better
mistake.
than
I made
me.
this mistake. Exactly. That's what you want. I made this mistake. You know what I mean? I made this mistake. I made this mistake. Don't do this. Start putting up for retirement now. I remember old head told me, he passed away now, rest in peace. Old head named Bill. He told me, he said, yo, I don't care if it's $5 or $10. Like start right now. I think at the time I was working, I was in college still, so I was like 18 or something. He said, I don't care how much it is, put something up. And I've been very good at that because of guidance from older people telling me basically not to make the mistakes they made. This is why owning versus renting conversations is interesting. Do you want a variable cost in your 70s when you can't go out and make more money? So Don, that is an interesting conversation. And even though I am a licensed agent, right? And I do sell property and I do rent property and do all these things, I still don't fall on the side of everybody should buy. Because to me, it all ends up being a math equation. Because if you're able to rent for cheaper, and this depends upon your geography, if you're able to rent for cheaper and take the difference between the rent and the own and put that up and have it work for you more aggressively, sometimes it can make more sense to rent. It all depends upon where you are. That's why I don't like blanket statements like everybody should buy, everybody should rent, because it really just depends. It depends upon the numbers. Just do the math. So I can see both sides of that kind of argument in terms of whether you should buy or rent. Now, for me personally, it makes more sense to buy. It makes more sense to buy because even the house that I'm in now, if I wanted to rent on this block, it would cost me probably 3 times more than the mortgage does. So for me, I'm actually paying a little bit less by buying, and I'm getting the equity build up. But it's not like that in all cases. So it really just comes down to the math. But the problem with that, Don, is a lot of people don't do the math. They just take one blanket statement and just say this is what's best. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, that whole argument. But I see it all the time. And sometimes you got to wonder like why people take the side of the argument. Sometimes it's because that's what they did. And sometimes because they have something to sell you. So do you think that the math changes when you think beyond your lifetime? It's possible, but also if you're taking that difference and you're still investing it, it's not that you're getting any. So your equity could be in a company versus that property. So you still have an asset that you're buying, right? So let's just say for argument's sake that it costs you, make the math easy. It costs you $500 to rent versus paying $1,000 for a mortgage, but you're taking an extra $500 and you're dropping it into the S&P, right? Over time, you'll still have an asset that you can pass to someone. So it all depends, right? There's no one size fits all approach in terms of that specific, scenario. So to me, do the math. What's the math say? The problem I have is not that people are taking one side or the other. It's like, is it based on facts and data or is it based on your opinion? Most of the time, people are giving you information that's based on their opinion and they're not doing any math to back it up. And Don, this is what was driving me crazy about that conversation you guys were having on Wednesday is because dude was spitting his opinion and not giving any data or facts to back it up. So what's the math say? All right, real quick, I want to share one more thing with you guys. Core, I don't know if you were trying to talk, but you're muted. Oh, you're on the phone. But let me share this one more thing with you guys. Boom. This is Americans, and this is part of that same Gallup poll. This is actually in the Gallup poll. I was looking at the Gallup poll as well. It says Americans expected an actual reliance on sources of retirement income. So this is based on. This is a percentage. Percentage describing each as a major source of retirement income. So people who are retired, 27% of them are relying on 401ks, IRAs, on different types of retirement accounts. 48% of non-retirees think that's where their money will come from. Here's the interesting thing. Social Security. 59% of retirees are banking on Social Security to help them in retirement. Non-retirees, we have 34% who believe they can, rely on Social Security. Regular savings account or CDs, people that are retired are not really relying on that at all, but 24% believe that they will. Work-sponsored pension plan. That's another one right there. The old school pension plan. A lot of companies don't have that any longer. 28% of retirees are using it versus 22% who believe they will. Stock or stock mutual fund. Most retirees aren't relying on that, but 22% of people believe they will. Part-time work, and this is interesting too. People that aren't retired believe that they will have to get a part-time job. At least 20% of them do. And, so some people believe like, look, I'm not going to work the way I'm currently working, but I'll just pick up a part-time job. Equity built in your home, 20% of non-retirees versus 15% of retirees. Rent and royalty, so like, rental property or royalty on something you've created. 3% of retirees are using that versus 11% who believe they will. Annuities or insurance plans, 5% of retirees are using those, while 9% of non-retirees believe they will. And money from inheritance, only 4% of retirees versus 7% of non-retirees. So that's interesting. That's fine. It's the two highest. So for retirees, most of them are saying that they are relying on the Social Security system. Close to 60% are relying on the Social Security system. That's interesting. And non-retirees, people that aren't retired yet, believe that their money will have to come from their 401k or IRA. So let me ask you guys another question for those in the chat. How many of you guys are contributing to some sort of 401k, IRA, or any sort of retirement account to try to help you get the goals that you desire? But what's interesting is how many people are actually relying on Social Security. It's actually scary too when you think about it. That many folks are relying on Social Security that are already retired. But that's just some data, right? So that's data from the Gallup poll looking at retirement. But for those listening or watching, do you have a retirement account that you contribute to? So they should have added one relying on family members or kids. They had inheritance, but not necessarily relying on kids. Yo, that's crazy to me, Don. I'm glad you brought that up. And this is why they got a Kill Relationship podcast. I was watching one this week, a clip of one on Instagram. And dude was talking about that's what you had kids for, so they could take care of you when you get old. I'm like, damn, like that's what you had kids for?
That's their retirement plan.
Yo, some people feel that way, bro. Like,
hey, listen, man.
I don't have kids. You have kids. Do you feel that way?
No.
Yeah,
my job is to put myself in a position where my kids can, benefit from my life. So not the other way around. Do I want my kids to take care of me? Yeah, at some point, but not financially. Like, I'm going to get old and decrepit, and I want them to have enough resources to be around. You know what I mean? And so that kind of taking care of me. Not the, I need to shell out $15,000 a month because my dad is and he need care. You know what I mean?
Saying that though. Don said he's maxing out his IRA and a 401k. Salute to Don. That's a crazy dope thing. Cause damn Don, you going hard. Don, you really on your fire thing. Cause maxing out a 401k, I ain't gonna put your business out there, but I was just doing some math. But it's funny though, right? And I ain't saying with the boy Tank and them saying on their podcast. I ain't saying no names, right? But a lot of folks that were anti 401k, anti IRA, they are now being looked at as being frauds. Because you went through the whole phase on the pandemic. Like, if you got a 401k, you're stupid. You don't invest in your 401k. They stealing your money. You got to go over here and do this. A lot of them dudes under investigation right now because all they were trying to get you to do is invest money with them. But the fact of the matter is, most people that say that online, I listen to their logic behind it, and they obviously don't understand 401ks. They don't understand how they can be used, which is always funny to me because you hear them give their reasons behind it. And it's like those vehicles, when you look at, here's what you got to go do. Just go Google Mitt Romney's retirement account.
Man.
When he ran for president, he had to disclose it, how he used the retirement account. Or Peter Thiel, look up Peter Thiel's retirement account. Not saying that the average person will get to do what they did, but you can use those same strategies in a different way to kind of like, fund an amazing retirement account. And we live in a litigious society, so you can protect yourself a little bit too by having things in certain types of accounts. Anyway, I'm not getting deep into strategy, and anything we say on here is not investment advice. It's for educational, informational purposes only. But if you understand how to use those specific accounts, like Don does, Don pretty much knows how to do it, you'll be in good shape. And ignore all the noise out there because there's a lot of noise out there. My husband and I both contribute to our state pension and Roth IRA. See, folks that listen to us, so our people are on it because that's how you do it. Congratulations. Said the fuck. But my husband, I would never put that on my kids. Yeah, man, people really be out here thinking that, yo, and there definitely be some bum podcasts out here, yo. We got to defund podcasts. And this is coming from someone who's been putting out podcasts since 2009. I'm getting ready to stop podcast. Yo, the craziness of podcasting make me don't even want to put out podcasts no more, man. There's some wild stuff though. Although the relationship Johns, they've taken the cake. Like I thought the scamming Johns was bad, but the relationship ones might be worse. I don't know what y'all think. Like when y'all see these crazy podcast stuff, what's worse, the finance ones or the relationship ones? The relationship ones be going crazy. And when they get jobs, I have to 401k, but I will not want to rely on Social Security. Yeah, that's the way you should look at it. Like if Social Security is there, it's a bonus. But children should not be anyone's retirement plan. I agree with that. So much noise out here for sure. Ashley, which one is worse though? Is it the money joints or is it the relationship podcast? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so Don says the relationship podcasts are the biggest scammers. Yeah, man. Yeah. I wonder if the folks that be saying the egregious stuff that goes viral, whether they really believe it or they know how to get traction in 2023 is to say something crazy on the podcast. Like, I don't even know what podcast it was, but some dude was out there like, yo, if we in a relationship and you got kids and I move in with you, all your kids got to call me daddy. And I was like, what? And it went viral and everybody was weighing in. He's tripping. He's not tripping. And I'm like, all right, I don't even know if he believes that or he knew this would take off. But the relationship ones are crazy. So Ashley also says relationship ones because humans are naturally emotional and fall for it every damn time. They absolutely do. People send me them joints every day like, yo, look at this. And I ain't gonna lie, I be laughing at them, but I laugh, but then I go into the comments and people be having full out battles and wars in the comments. They really be like, I guess to your point, humans are naturally emotional. The relationship podcasts are the worst. It's always broken, hurt people giving advice. Oh, that's a bar. It's broken, hurt people giving advice. Yeah, so let me see. Let's see. Parents who refuse to learn use their children as tools and encyclopedias, yet they hound on great education, no accountability. Wow. Yeah, man, you can't be out here using your kid as a retirement plan, but believe you me, people are actually out here doing it. So yeah, we gotta defund the defund relationship podcast, man. We definitely got defund relationship podcast, man. Do any of you guys have any good podcasts you listen to that may not be relationship, but is actually a quality podcast? I would like to know what you guys are listening to, if so. Because I got a lot of good podcasts I listen to. Man, this chick was on some pod saying if a man needs 3 jobs and 2 side hustles to take care of her, that's his problem because she's not working. I mean, she ain't trying to build with nobody. A lot of people should not have kids. And that's another thing too, Don, about like those podcasts and like all the stuff I see on social media. Like people get so upset at how other people live their life. And I just don't understand it. I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by that. Wall Street Trapper podcast. Shout out to Trapper, man. I do like his podcast. It's like our version of Kramer. Like I do like what he's doing with his podcast. And so shout out to that brother, man. He does good work. Of course, Tweet Talk. I told you all the time. I do listen to their podcast. I subscribe. Eric Thomas podcast. Okay, these some good podcasts. What else y'all got that's like positive and not nothing that's negative? If y'all got any good podcasts, I say buy out the podcast and let them fund our projects. That's the game they don't like though. Yeah. I'm gonna give you an example of what I was talking about, right? About people who Ice-T got a he still got I know he had one years ago. I used to listen to it. It was him and his homie, and I thought it was pretty funny and pretty good. I like to hear Ice-T's way of looking at things, but they stopped doing it for a while. Did they come back? Estate management systems on YouTube. I gotta check that out. Let me write that down. Estate management systems. I never said EYL. Yeah, everybody knows EYL. Shout out to those brothers. They actually been on our podcast before. Shout out to them. But this past week, I was watching, it was Prime Send-Off Day. And obviously, during the Prime season, some people go just above and beyond and have all kinds of wild stuff Especially in Philadelphia, prom season goes crazy. So people be like spending all kinds of money. And I just sit there and I read the comments about people judging other people for what they do in terms of these prom send-offs. Then I saw a couple other people who just had basic prom send-off. They didn't have any glitz, glamour, or anything. And then I'm reading the comments and people going on them. How you not going to spend money on? I'm like, yo, y'all mad if they spend too much money. You mad if they don't spend money. I'm like, I don't know. Like, people just angry. The internet just angry. People just angry for no reason. Like, people love running to the internet to talk about what they don't like. So I like to ask people what they do like, because I really get to see like what stuff people like, because people only talk about things they don't like. They don't talk about, what movies, music, whatever they're listening to. So that's why I asked you about the podcast. Strictly about stocks and publicly traded companies. I don't know if I'm familiar with TBOY. I mean, maybe I am. Maybe that's short for something else and you just using an acronym. Let me see. Or is that actually called TBOY? Let me look that up real fast. I'm a huge podcast person. It's a 20-minute podcast. I like those too. The Best One Yet podcast. I actually haven't listened to that. Okay, Ashley, shout out to you. Journey to Launch Rich and Regular. Black History Year. So I'm familiar with Journey to Launch. I'm familiar with Rich and Regular, Black History Year. Not sure if I'm on that one. All right, y'all give me some new pods. I like this. News, that is. Just angry, never happy. Man, Rochelle, like, why is that? Like, why people can't talk about things they like? Like, what do y'all like? He's himself, just motivation, 5-minute daily joints. Yeah. There used to be Snacks by Robin Hood. Oh, okay. I did used to listen to that, but all right, I used to listen to Snack back when it was called Snacks by Robin Hood. I didn't know it was the same thing though. What happened? Did they not with Robin Hood no more? I didn't know they rebranded. I didn't know that, but I haven't listened in a while. Wall Street Journal, guys, great production quality. Some things be better. Okay, yeah. People are definitely investing a lot of money into these podcasts. I study for video production purposes. That's interesting. I was listening to a pod. One of the pods I was listening to recently. It was about the data during COVID, and it was real interesting. It was on Reveal podcast. You guys ever heard of Reveal? REVEAL. But it was a 3-part series about the data that was used by the government during COVID. And actually, I shouldn't say data, lack of data. And it was very interesting, because what's funny is we have all these conspiracies that people have. Well, the government was doing this, or people were doing that. And when you like really pull back, the government was holding things on by a string. They didn't have the capacity to even put together some of these conspiracy people was talking about, because they was lost. But anyway, I thought that was a pretty good one. Reveal podcast. I like Tech is the New Black on YouTube. Crazy that him and Aristotle Investments got into it. Oh, I didn't know they got it. I'll be missing all this stuff, yo. It's like I didn't know they got into it. I am familiar with their podcast though. I like their short clips on IG. I like their whole approach to the space, like Tech is the New Black, about getting Black people into tech. Me and Corey were talking about that recently. Like, we need to start having that conversation about how to get people into specific fields. And I like what they do with that. So I think they got a dope platform. I didn't know that them and Aristotle got into it, but I'm a chatty patty, so now I'm gonna go look that up and see what they was beefing about. All the stuff, all the trash I talk about, all the nonsense, I be just lurking. You know what I'm saying? I don't engage in it. I be lurking and watching, get entertainment out of it. They branched out on their own. I think for optics, because they were college roommates with one of the founders of Robinhood. That's how they. Okay, so they went off on their own. Okay, I didn't know that. I remember listening to Snacks before they were with Robinhood. Then it became Snacks by Robinhood when they signed a deal with Robinhood. But I think like once it just got to be very repetitive at one point, and I think part of it was because when COVID first started happening, the shows weren't as good, so I stopped listening. But I didn't know that they had rebranded. But what I did like about their show, though, is, and it's something that me and Corey were talking about with our podcast, shorter form content, although they were coming daily. Pause. Just pick like 15, 20-minute blurbs. I did like that. Business Wars is my favorite. Champ, I've been trying to put people on Business Wars for years. That podcast is Hard Body Karate. The other one, which is similar to Business Wars, y'all got me on my phone going through all my pods right now. But the other one, similar to Business Wars, made by the same folks, is and I talked about this too, is Business Movers. They're both done by Wondery. So it's Business Movers. So Champ, you probably, if you listen to Business Wars, you probably heard of Business Movers. But if not, check out Business Movers. Also dope. What up, though? Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
DY is in the building. I heard of this podcast called About It. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I found the Family Office podcast, Family Office Community. Never heard of that one either. Man, y'all got a lot of good stuff, man. Y'all about to have my podcast app looking mad crazy with all these new podcasts. So everything cool, Corey? You all right, good brother?
No, man. The United States Parcel Service is absolute garbito. So I was supposed to have the package delivered today by 7 p.m., right? First of all, they never came because I was sitting on my front steps waiting for the package because it's for my aunt's funeral.
Okay.
Secondly, the boy who wrote it down said I had a dog. When you ever know me to have pets, bro?
No, you don't.
So that's the second thing. So he lied and said he came and then said he didn't come because it was pets out there and that he couldn't get to my front. First of all, I live in the hood, bro. All you got to do is pull up across the street. I would have walked over to you and grabbed the package. And now you setting me back with your foolishness, talking about they deliver my. I'm looking on the app. I looked at the app. They talking about delivery failed. I'm like, how it failed? I was sitting right there. Like, yeah. So now I'm on the phone. They calling me because I called them and left a nasty ass message. Like, yo, like, where my stuff, man? Like, and then
said he probably stole it. Listen, bro. We're good together. Don't spaz out on him, man. Real quick though, let's move on because I want you to just completely spaz out on him, bro. Real quick though, Stuff You Should Know podcast. I like that one too. I have heard of that one. There's one called Business Breakdowns where they look at a specific industry of business and do a deep dive and break it down. That's a good one. Private Equity Deals, where they talk about private equity deals. One of my other favorite ones is called Kosher Money. Kosher Money is actually a pretty good podcast, right? You know, even though I'm not a Jewish brother, but I like to hear their breakdowns of money. Masters in Business. That's a good one too. So Masters in Business, they do a lot of conversations with business professors across the country. And that's a dope one though. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff out here. Planet Money's another good one. But anyway, man, let's gotta get ready to give our giveaway around because Core about to spaz out on UPS.
United States Parcel Service.
Oh, the regular post office.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Post office loves to lie about not being able to deliver packages.
Full of malarkey, bro.
Yeah, I don't even use them people like that.
My dad. Also, if you think I'm analog, that's my dad.
Also, there's a podcast out there called The Bitcoin Source. It's one of the top Bitcoin podcasts. They've had like all the top names in Bitcoin on their podcast. Check that out. It's called The Bitcoin Source. One of the reasons I think it's a great podcast is because their most recent episode. Let me show you their most recent episode real fast. Pretty dope. Called The Bitcoin Source. I'm gonna pull their site up so I can share this with everybody. But yeah, I listen to a lot of Bitcoin podcasts. Not crypto, I said Bitcoin because there is a difference. All right. So the btcsource.com is their website. Let me share this real fast with you guys. So you can check out this podcast. So yeah, you peep the source. For those that are old enough, you understand what the logo is. But the Bitcoin Source. Conversations with everyday people in the open source world of Bitcoin, so blah, blah, blah. But their most recent episode, how to invest in Bitcoin for real estate. Yes, I'm the most recent guest on here. Me, myself, and I. So check that episode out. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Williams, a real estate valuation specialist. You know what I'm saying? Founded by, you see all that stuff there. So that's me. So make sure you check this podcast out. The Bitcoin Source is one of the top Bitcoin podcasts. There's a lot of folks on there. This sister right here is amazing, yo. The work she's doing in Bitcoin. But anyway, so it's a lot of heavy hitters on here. But your boy is on the most recent episode, so make sure you check that out. It's called The Bitcoin Source. You know, and it's folks from all over the world, like a lot of people that are doing work in Africa. Jimmy Song, one of the earliest Bitcoiners, he's been on here as well. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's written several books on Bitcoin. Da Vinci's been on here, so it's a lot of heavy hitters on there. So I'm just excited that you know, I got the invite. So I guess, you know, my work is going somewhere. This brother's doing a lot of work in Nigeria. So, you know. Yeah, so I'm honored to be amongst all the legends, but it's called The Bitcoin Source. Go check out that episode. So, you know, that's kind of a selfless promotion. Dan, what's up, Dan? Real estate disruptors. I don't know if I've heard of that one. I got a lot of real estate pods, obviously, but I don't know if I've heard of real estate disruptors. Let me see. Real estate disruptors. And, you know, pardon me, because I'm looking these podcasts up as you guys talk about it. Real estate disruptor, Steve Trang. Let's see. Interesting. I like the fact that it's real estate disruptors, and his last episode is about Carmelo Anthony. So that means that I'm going to go subscribe because I want to see how he ties that in. Like, all right, nice. Appreciate that. Funny, it seems like all the folks that were talking about Bitcoin over the past couple of years have gone radio silent. I mean, you know, not me. Be your own bank. And, you know, we do give away Bitcoin. We're getting ready to give away Bitcoin right now. But thank you so much, Ashley. I definitely appreciate that, man. I couldn't do anything without you guys. I was at a networking event, and I met a guy that said his company was working on tokenizing real estate. So many people are doing that, man. Anyway, well, that's a whole other conversation that we can have.
I'm not even going, no comment.
But that's a whole other conversation we can have. But, you know. Yeah, man. So
they're going to be working on that for the next 50 years because right now, you got to find a way to get a deed in somebody's hand, and you got to also figure out a way for the counties to get paid, and that's and government is notoriously slow, and it's not that the technology can't handle it, because the technology can handle it right now, but the government's got to be willing to overhaul systems and put the technology to use so where everybody is on the same system. You're talking about another 25, 30 years. You're talking about our government doing anything.
Yeah, so there's a lot to that. There's a lot to that, you know. There's a lot to that. So, you know. So I guess it depends upon like what perspective they are, because I know people that accept that have been accepting Bitcoin for rent.
I mean, that's fine.
But when you talk about, I know people that accept it for like purchases and things like that, but which Corey was talking about was more so title. So when he says put real estate on a blockchain, it kind of depends upon like what he means by that. But, you know, so Keep Moving says this, though. A lot of IG gurus just repost from someone else and point throughout the whole video like they said, yeah, this happens. One more thing, though. I want you guys to get ready for this giveaway. I'm going to share one more thing with everybody, you know, just as I bring that up. I want to show this, too. There's a festival coming to Atlantic City, New Jersey, a 3-day festival, June 16th to 18th, which is called the Black Excellence Festival. So it's a lot of stuff going on. They got a comedy jam, there's panels, there's talking. They got a whole praise fest on Sunday morning. And there's a lot of folks there. Shout to Doug from Black Man Hill. He's there. A lot of different artists and entertainers will be there. You know, with that being said, so there's a lot of stuff going on this whole weekend. Film festival, got a beauty thing going on. So let me share a little bit more about this festival, though. But it's going to be pretty dope. Let's see. Go to the schedule. So it gives you the whole schedule here of all the things. So you come to this website, which is thebefestival.com. The B Festival is at the Showboat for those that are familiar with AC, right? And it's a lot going on. So it's a hair show battle. It's all kinds of stuff going on, but it's going to be pretty amazing, man. It's going to be pretty amazing. So you see the different people on the panels. Oh, there's your boy. So I'm sharing it for other selfish reasons too. I got asked to be on a panel with this joint too. I don't know what they want me to talk about, but I'm going to be talking about real estate and Bitcoin because that's all I talk about. So they already know that. If you invite me to your jiggy affair, I'm not wearing a suit, and I'm going to talk about real estate and Bitcoin. So I'm letting y'all know that right now. Y'all invite me to any of y'all affairs, I'm not wearing a suit, and I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, real estate, and black wealth because that's all I really care to talk about. So, with that being said, check that out as well. That's coming later in June, but had to put that out there as well. Rochelle, appreciate that. Uncultured Currency, formerly Trading for Dummies, a decent channel podcast. Appreciate that. I know he got all the content, dog. You live on YouTube, so I know you got all the content. Greg, what's good, beloved? Shout out to our brother Gregory's in the building. Appreciate you, Greg. Listen, as always on Fridays, we want to do a giveaway. Bitcoin, right? 2 people, $25 of Bitcoin. If you want to be put in our giveaway, please put a 1. Are you going to InvestFest? Right? Great question. I'm still trying to find out because I think I had a scheduling because that was in August. I have to see it because I might not be. Every time they have, I think they kind of have it on the same weekend, but I always got something going on. So I haven't been able to make it to one yet, believe it or not. But I'm still trying to see if I can make it to one, man. I do support what those brothers do, man. Like, it is what it is, but it's just a lot going on. Like, I got so much on my plate between moving and just like other commitments. I have to see if I can like squeeze that one out. Pause. The Come Up series. I like the Come Up series. Shout out to all the Come Up cousins. I'm in that group too. That's the funny thing, though, is even though we have our own stuff, Core, I be in everybody's like stuff. Like, I just do. Like, I try to support our folks. You muted, by the way, bro.
Good job.
I'm in that group. Shout out to all the Come Up cousins. I'm in that group as well.
Yeah, I'm doing no such thing. And not like
listen.
It's not because I don't want to support them, but because I got 4 kids, man.
I know. Listen, I know. I was about to tell you, you got 4 boys. I don't have no boys. I'll be outside.
Yeah, man. Like, so I'll be wrapped up in their stuff as much as my own.
Someone told me this week, I was like, you be at such and such, and the boy told me, I'm outdoors. I said, you what? I'm outdoors. I said, oh, you ain't outside, you outdoors. I heard that. All right, so we got everybody putting their 1 in the air. Appreciate that. Let's pull the wheel of names up. Shout out to everybody who's a member of the MDC because
we was clapping cheeks in the market this week.
We were clapping the market this week. Shout out to Chaz. Chaz was clapping. Yo, we body bag the market. There's a brother in the MDC. I ain't gonna put his name out there. He shared it, so it is what it is. Brother made a half an M this week.
My man for $537,000.
I ain't gonna put his name out there, but he is in the MDC. Brother
made him for $537,000.
And I ain't gonna put his name out there, although he did share it publicly. So he shared it publicly. I still ain't gonna put his name out there. There's a brother in our group who clapped the market for a half an M this week.
It wasn't on NVIDIA.
Yeah, my man clapped for a half an M this week.
He clapped for $500,000 on a play that was not NVIDIA.
Yo, the crazy part, Corey, the plays we gave out on Monday. We did a class on Monday. We moved our Sunday class from Sundays to Mondays. Now this week, I was thinking about it. We might have to move to Tuesday because Monday's a holiday. You know what I'm saying? So, my birthday is tomorrow, but you know what I'm saying? I always get the holiday to come with my birthday. So we might have to move it to Tuesday. But we did a class on Tuesday. We gave out like 5 plays. Yeah. All of them clapped. That shorting of the real estate construction joint I gave.
Yeah, man.
That thing clapped for like 100%. Like, yo, we did it out, but he really went. He took it to another level. He was like, all right, take a look at this. Boom. I just did a half an M. All right.
Easy.
All right. And, but anyway. So shout
easy
to him,
work.
man. Shout to him.
Listen, we had another trader that put it right in our joint, hit for like 8 racks.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you,
I put like 10 hits in there this week.
Yeah.
I was busting the market in the head this week.
Yeah, we got busy. We went and took our reparations this week. So shout out to everybody in the group.
And I didn't make no stupid mistakes this week because normally I'll be busting the market in the head and then I do something dumb and give half
it back
of it
and
back.
Always give it back. Yeah.
No, not this week, broski.
Yeah, we did well this week. So what I want to do, I do want to say this though. Please pay attention because we got some exciting announcements about the MDC. We're working on revamping the whole even the membership group part. Like we trying to move everything. You'll see. I don't want to put it out there, but it's going to be fire, and we're going to keep clapping the market. And we got a couple new classes that are ready. Like I got the Bitcoin class ready. I'm just waiting for the revamping. But the 2023 Bitcoin class is going to be crazy. I got a couple more real estate classes coming, so that's going to be dope. But let's get to the
Jim stunted on us today too. He showed us another 1,000,000 sets on
Listen, is it the point now with my Bitcoin Fold, dog? I'm getting like I'm probably getting like
yo, that's $250 a month, bro.
Yeah, it's like a rental property. I'm getting a rental property from a Bitcoin debit card, and I share it with the group, so y'all know I ain't lying. So
yo, my man, I was like, oh, that's a low key, that's low key fire, bro. $250 Bitcoin and Bitcoin rewards.
Yeah, Chaz know we talking about. He definitely killed it, and Greg said he likes the Monday classes too. Chant, appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. So it was a lot. Yo, we definitely body bagged the market this week. And Dan said, my condolences, Corey, about your aunt and all that. Yeah, dog. It's crazy out here, man. I went to a funeral this morning for a younger cousin, and it's always crazy when someone younger, man. But it's just 2023 is doing a number, man. It's doing a number, man.
It's wild out here.
That's why I tell everybody, man, please stay safe out here, man. It's wild, But let's see. Let's get Cajon is the first name. Corey, I made you to go back so we can get these names in the wheel of names.
Yep, I'm right here.
And Cajon, tell Callie I said congratulations.
She became. Yeah, man, his wife became a citizen today. Congratulations, and she did her first closing this week.
Yeah, man. So
the big week for the Vicks family.
Yeah, so
congratulations.
Tell her we send our best. It's love.
Pascal, we got Rochelle.
All right, you got it now. Cool, Rochelle.
Daniel Thomas. So that's Dan the man. That's Jigga 1017. That's Jamil. Michael Gray. Tweet Talk. Gregory.
What else we got?
Chaz. Don.
Cheating ass Don. We gotta show him love.
Cheating ass V Don.
What else?
LA Sound.
My Red Cafe voice. What else?
Don Trey. Ashley.
How many of y'all saw the Fast and Furious movie, by the way, while I write these names in? What else?
K Diggy. I don't know why John put his name in here multiple times. You a cheater, bro. You a cheater. And yes, I'm still heated about the whole situation. They playing with my emotions. Because my aunt is the one who turned me into an academic. My aunt is the one who gave me my start in academia. She's the one who made me do it right until I couldn't do it wrong. So yeah, I'm a little heated.
So also, why you say that though, Corey, I think it's important because I got at the funeral there, I saw my favorite aunt, and
satisfying world.
And I was sitting there like, it's crazy. We need a. I know we have Mother's Day, man, but aunts is so important. Like I love my mom. I love my mom to death, but my aunt is so important in my life, man. So shout out to all the aunts out there.
Which is crazy because like 3 years ago, like 4 of my aunts passed within like a 2-month span.
Yeah.
And so it's been crazy. I don't have any more aunties. You know what I mean? Like
man.
I have women in my life that still help take care of me.
But listen, she gonna live forever through you, bro. But I just want to shout out to all the aunts and uncles out there because that's one of the things that me and Corey got in common, and we always talk about. We often talk about our grandmothers and the role our grandmothers played, but like the women in our family, dog, are just dope. Our aunts, moms, grandmothers,
man. Took care of us, man. Yeah. They put us in position. This is why you never hear me talk crazy about women, man. Because I don't know those women that people be
He said I don't know them. That ain't your testimony.
That ain't my experience, man. That's not my experience.
The crazy part is I got dope men around me as well, but like the women in my family take even my cousins, my older cousins and even cousins my age, like they all care for me, bro. Like they with it. Let me tell you a story. One time I was in the playing football. I was in Atlantic City. I was playing football. Got into a rumble. And these boys out there, I ain't from there. They tried to roll on me, dog. And this is, back in the day, this is what we did. People got rolled on. Dog, I had a gang of women stand with me in 4 hands to the point where we got the upper. Listen, so it's a whole side story. It's nothing to do with what we talking about, but it's just like our experience in terms of how the women in our life have been, man. So rest in power to your aunt, man. Sure. But she gonna live through you, bro, because she put you in position, and now you doing what she taught you how to do.
I'm taking care of business, man.
She taught you how to do what you do, so you're gonna continue to do it. Satisfying World and Tay Renee. Let me get you guys in here. All right, so I think that's everybody. Let me read off who I have in here before we spin. I'm not gonna spoil Fast 10 because I didn't see it.
I'll be watching that tonight on my computer.
but I was laughing. I was laughing at the already the estimates that come out about the amount of money that it's going to make.
It made $320 million on opening week.
So people were like, "Dog, they're never going to stop making those movies." Like
they call everybody who's seen that joint already an enabler. They're like, y'all enablers.
Yeah, man. So shout out to that franchise, man.
Y'all won't stop, man. The boy Ludacris been getting his flowers all week.
So we got Cajon, Chant, Pascal, Rochelle, Dan, Jamil, Mike G, Tweet Talk, Greg, Chaz, Don, LA Sound, Dontre, Ashley, K Diggy, Satisfying World, and Tay.
It's not LA Sound, it's La Sound.
Oh, La Sound. I'm sorry. La Sound. Am I missing anyone? See, Cam loves the Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Cam is also 18, so he should.
Listen, a lot of people do. I love it.
Listen, I'm not even going front. Like, me and my boys gonna watch that joint tonight.
Funny part is they went like off script, and it's so unbelievable at this point. But now I'm not gonna lie to you, I get a kick out seeing just how unbelievable they can be.
yo, listen, when they went in space, that was enough for me.
Dog, they was wild. So I sit there and think, like, are the writers like, yo, let's see how far we can go before
how far we can take it before people stop wanting to see it.
Yeah, like because but once you go to space, how you gonna top that though? And again, I didn't see the new one, so I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, they've left reality ages ago, yo.
My man was dragging a plane. That was a whole nother joint. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Miss Phoenix.
I got it. See, that's the ish. That's dope. They got their thing.
Hey, listen, I ain't mad.
Yo, yeah. Remember Rock was running across his skyscraper?
Yeah, man. Yo, this series is just full out tomfoolery.
At this point, that's the entertainment, though. Like,
they just want to test the limits of human nature, like to test the human of what people will put up with.
Listen, man, we love fast cars and action, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, it's so ridiculous, but it's like good ridiculousness, man. Listen, let's get ready to spin. Remember, if you do win, and I want to say this too, man. Shout out to y'all that win, and y'all try to hit me up on Saturday when I'm running around. I just want to tell y'all, let me know tonight because I want to pay y'all tonight. Because Saturday I'll be all over the place, and
And tomorrow his birthday, so do what you're supposed to do, yo.
So hit us up, hit myself, Corey, or By the Hood. I'm at JW the Blueprint on all platforms. At Above Average Savages, Corey at By the Hood. Our email, bythehoodllc@gmail.com. Don't forget the LLC because folks will just put By the Hood it's bythehoodllc@gmail.com. Make sure you let us know this evening. We'll get you paid because tomorrow I have no idea, what's going to happen in my life. So make sure that you hit us up tonight. She said they talking about aliens. It's like scary movie ridiculous right now. I want to listen to how the cars sound. I have vision design and sounds for cockpit and spaceship and other vehicles. Oh, okay. Time travel is coming next. I
wouldn't be
appreciate that. Appreciate that. They're gonna have to get the car to a certain speed, like Doc from Back to the Future. Yeah.
Yo, that's. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that though.
Let's get it though. All right, listen, good luck to everybody. Remember, let us know you're still here. If your name comes up, say, yo, I'm here. And then let us know, what your Cash App is. Even if I've sent you stuff 10 times before. Because some of y'all, I went through our Cash App, like some of y'all won 10 times already. Like, so, But still send it to me so you can be paid this evening. Good luck to everybody. Let's get it. The first winner is Rochelle, our sister. Rochelle, I know you're here. Rochelle, shoot me an inbox. We got you. Yo, Marty McFly is a legend, yo. I might go watch that as a matter of fact. That was my thing back in the day, dog. That was my thing back in the day.
The fast and the flux capacitor.
Yo, y'all be having me dying on here. Rochelle, shoot me an inbox, sis, and I got you right away.
Fast and the flux capacitor.
Fast and the flex capacitor. Yo, y'all wild, bro. Y'all wild. But yeah, so one more left. Let's get our spin on. Remember, let me know you're still here. Shoot me an inbox. We'll get you paid. Before I do this last spin, couple things. Check out our most recent podcast. Me and Core had a great conversation. So, you know, we got a lot of great feedback from that conversation.
I'm snapping.
Oh, yeah, Core was spazzing. You know, Core be getting his bag. So make sure you check out our most recent podcast. Like I said, they're not even as long as they used to be in terms of like our podcast. But you know, I still love jumping on my brother, just us two having conversations about various topics. So it was about using your retirement account for your savings, right? Because there was an article that came out that said that I know a lot of our content's around retirement these days, but this article was about how people aren't able to put in for their retirement account because of inflation, and they're like cracking their accounts just to live because they don't have savings put up, because the average person isn't saving money. The only savings they have are their retirement accounts. And those two things are the same.
I'm about to have to do something with my retirement account because I'm about to move on from the school district, and I'm trying to move my joint from the school district to
roll it over.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to move it.
Just roll it over to
I'm not.
No, I'm just saying. No, what I'm saying is roll it over to our IRA. We'll talk offline.
All right.
But yeah, that's easy. That's easy money. All right. So Tay, I appreciate that. Thanks for the love. All right, last spin. So make sure you check that out. If you're in the MDC, be in the Discord because we're probably going to move it to Tuesday. I don't want to ruin anybody's Memorial Day weekend. We plan on jumping back in the market and beating it up this week as we do every week. Our success rate, and we keep data, is in a 90 percentile range. We have been cooking this entire 2023. And the idea behind the MDC is if you follow along or pay attention, you should never have to pay out of your pocket. But that's neither here nor there. Because it's getting better and better and betterer. With that being said, good luck to everybody. Here's the last spin. Let's get it. The winner is... Oh, it's close. Pascal, are you still here? First and foremost, you got to be here. Let us know if you're here. Because if you don't respond within a minute or so, we're going to keep it spinning. So we want to see if Pascal is here. Will you do a show on for an emergency? Would you rather 5,000 in credit and no savings? Yo. All right, Pascal, shoot me inbox JW the Blueprint on all sites, or shoot the email to buythehoodllc@gmail.com, and I'll make sure you get your Bitcoin this evening. You got to send me your cash tag. Yo, hey, Jamil, speaking of your question, I saw the one about pennies. Like, would you rather have this or this in pennies? That was ridiculous. But I also saw the one where the young sister was asking him, like, yo, would you take like $2 million in cash or $2 million in credit? And yo, it was them questions and the way people answer them are absolutely insane. But you know,
but that tells you, like, those questions are going. They gotta be for engagement, because like some of them questions don't even make sense. Like reading is fundamental. The one with the $60,000 or $600,000 in pennies, like, can you read?
Yo, but the boy actually did it math, and if you look at the response,
that's not $600,000 in pennies, Jim.
I know. What I'm saying,
that's not math.
His comprehension was so bad.
Give me the pennies. Give me $600,000.
But what I'm telling you is he read, but see the difference between reading something and comprehending something. If you look at the math he did, he wasn't reading. He didn't comprehend what the actual question was.
Yeah, that's what I said. Reading is fundamental.
Yeah, so there's a difference between reading and comprehending. So you got to make sure we are comprehending out here. All right, so make sure you send that message. will get you paid this evening. Congratulations to the winners. Let's encourage more black folks to get into tech. Data is the new oil. You are speaking my language. Hey, Raphael, we gotta get in the conversation, man. We gotta get you on the. I want to talk about that because you work in data science just like I do, and I definitely want to encourage more folks to get into the space because data, in fact, is the new oil. And when I was listening to that podcast on Reveal today about the COVID data, I was like, oh my God, it's like so many opportunities in data science. So I just finished watching The Rabbit Hole on Paramount Plus with Jack Bauer. I don't even know. I forgot his real name. Kiefer Sutherland. Yep. He's Jack Bauer now. But and that was all about data, right? So it's just crazy, man. Just crazy. Oh, side note for those that are still here. There's a show called The Silo. I don't know who's seen it. That show is phenomenal. It's on Apple Plus. Apple barely misses.
What was the name of it again?
The Silo.
You know I'm about to I'm about to watch it, but I ain't watching. I don't got Apple Plus.
I mean, if you got this, you probably can get it the way you get everything. But anyway, it's called The Silo. I ain't putting you out there, bro. It's called The Silo. But the Silo is about it's a dystopian future joint. And these people living in a silo underground, and they've been there for hundreds of years, but they have no idea why. But they if you go outside, you tend to die. But people are starting to question whether they're just being controlled or what's really going on. But it's just an excellent show. It just makes you, once you start watching it, you like wondering what's going on, and it gets you. But it's pretty dope. Anyway, that's why I asked the 5K question, because it's more relevant, because most don't have 5K in cash or credit. Yeah, true. All right, y'all. So have a great week. Please stay safe out there. We'll be back next week. If you're in the MDC, probably Tuesday, we'll be talking to you guys. Other than that, another podcast dropping next Wednesday. We'll be back here live on Friday. Another Bitcoin giveaway. But we love and appreciate all of you. Stay safe. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Or as my man says, peace and Pan-Africanism.